all Wily Gamer here, aka Sadiq. We are here at the wonderful Lamley here in Santa Monica, where we go see our first ever viewing. Well, my personal first ever viewing. I waited of Bundy Manor in theaters. So I can't believe this is happening. It's been a long time coming, and I just can't wait to get in there and hang out with some good friends.
I don't know if you're taking a picture or doing video.
I'm a boss.
Well, cool. Thank you all for coming to our screening presented by XX Artists. Please give a round of applause for XX Artists. For those who may don't know, you all should know that they're my work. They're awesome. They donated to the movie. Everyone here from my work has been very supportive. And yeah, so we're going to just jump right into it, watch it, and then we'll do a quick Q&A after. Cast and crew, come on down. And producers. Alright. Come on down this way. Come on down. Someone else grab a mic. Well, that happened. Thank you. Thank you all so much for doing this, and XX, and so awesome that the cast and crew can come down. Some of them came all the way from Utah, which is where most of it was shot, to come yeah, but any cues that we can A? Oof. Fellow filmmaker over here. Yeah. I mean, none of my family's here, so I can tell you everything, really. So, you know, I have a really awful stepdad. He's getting better, I guess. But so yeah, that was some inspiration. Let's see, what else was some inspiration? I mean, yeah, small town family, like I grew up in a small town, and I wrote this during COVID, during quarantine, so definitely a lot of therapy going on during that time, so that definitely had that, but yeah, I mean, I'm not a serial killer or anything, so that wasn't inspired, so.
Not that we know
but
of.
a serial killer would say that, to be fair, so yeah. Any other questions or anything? Yes?
How long was the whole process, like conception, shoot, to like post and
I mean, for me it felt like forever, but Tim or Terrence, so these are our producers here. I guess we should have introduced ourselves, I'm sorry. So here, let's introduce ourselves.
Walter Meekum, I play Rob.
Wow!
Sadiq McGinn.
Pizza Guy!
Pamela Beheshti. I play Rob's wife.
Pass that down.
Christina Robinson. I played Stephanie.
I played one of the victims.
Christian Martin, I was the scripty and other stuff.
Tim Drake, I was one of the producers.
I'm Terrence Kiriakis, I was another producer. And to answer that question, Wadi, I was actually digging through my emails today, and you sent me the script in June of 2020. So a little over 2 years to get to this point.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, and then filming, we did about a week and a half, and then one of our cast members got COVID, so then we had to stop, make sure everything was good, everyone was good, and then we picked back up like a couple months after that. And then yeah, the editing and the sound.
What made you pick the music? Because it was quite unique. It
Yeah.
flowed with the movie, it kept us interested even when it was downtime.
Mhm.
And then, did you pick the music or did you hire somebody?
Yeah, we hired somebody. So the thing that inspired it, I guess, was there's that line where he says, '80s movies are, you know, were an art, and so I just thought, like, yeah, if he would make a horror movie, Rob, he would probably put that kind of music in there. So we found a composer who did really good stuff, and we really liked what he did, his style and stuff. He does a lot of stuff like that. And then, yeah, even our sound designer, he threw in some great moments in there too. Oh, great, yeah, thank you. Yeah, we'll have to let him know. But, any other questions? Yes.
What was your favorite scene to film?
Oh man, this is good for all of us probably. Let's start with you. Is that okay if I ask other people?
Please do.
Okay, please, Walter, what was your favorite scene to film?
So a lot of the torture scenes happened up in Utah, and I invited a bunch of my friends to come get tortured. One of my best friends in the world, I got to pull his tooth out, and yeah, it was just the whole thing was a blast to just torture my friend.
Yeah, it was a 6-year bucket list for me.
He was the tooth pull.
Still has all his teeth.
Actually, I'm missing a tooth, and that's what got that.
Hey, there we go. Yeah, that's perfect. What about you? Do you have your mic? Oh, here, you can show.
I think my favorite was the dinner scene, just because in that one scene, you don't know if Leah is in on it or if she doesn't really know what's going on until the end. So with me, I really tried to play like I knew what was going on, but then didn't, like, there was like an underlying thing of like, shut up, don't tell too much information here. And that was my favorite one.
Nice. Here, she's got one.
Okay.
For me, the few scenes I did film, I liked getting doused with water before we filmed a scene out in the cold.
That's alive.
Yeah. Well, actually, that was how like Emily and I became friends. The girl who plays Mayana. We just got a bucket of water dumped over top of both of us, and there's a video of us just holding hands and doing trauma bonding. So yeah, it's a great time.
Mine, out of the few as well, was my favorite one was the opening scene where the 3 victims have the bags over their head, and it was actually raining, but not as much. So they turned on one of his hoses and made it look like it was raining more. So it was pretty fun. The water was warm, so not as painful. But yeah.
Yeah, I'm interested in the script he thought.
Yeah. My favorite was when Eric like barges into the house and he's like covered in blood, and he's like, "Don't go." Yeah, and because I was hiding around the corner, and I was like, it was dark, and I had the script, and I was like trying to make sure nobody missed a line, and I was like hiding. The house is so small, so I'm like hiding in the corner, and like the 2 daughters are like also like with me in the same spot, so I had to like not get in their way, but also be close enough that I could hear what they were saying. So like, and then I just heard him like. And I didn't get to see him, like I didn't actually get to see the scene happen like in real time. And then I just heard whoosh, and he started screaming, and they were like crying, and I was like freaking out. It was like really intense. And there was one time where the smallest sister, she like the actor, like she actually started crying, like because it was so intense. She like really started crying.
We shot that scene, and I didn't let the family see Eric beforehand because I just thought, you know, yeah, I'm artsy. And I thought, you know, we'd have him run in, and that was the first time they saw him. Well, little Laura sees Eric, like her new best buddy, all bloodied up and awful, and she immediately bolted the first take and ran away to her mom, who was in the next room. Oh, I felt so bad. It's like, oof. But yeah, I mean, you 2 weren't on set, but I guess
After hearing that, I'm glad I wasn't on set.
Yeah, neither of us were on set except, I mean, when Chris did her phone call with Eric, I was briefly there, but I think the best part was when you guys went back to Salt Lake, and I'm getting messages after you tortured everybody from everybody that we had cast, Jacqueline included. Everybody's like, that was the best time. Never did I think I was going to ask my friends, hey, do you want to go up to this guy's house in Layton, get tortured, and they would love every second of it.
Yeah. Anything, Taryn?
So I wasn't in town for shooting of this, so I'm going to regale you with the story of something that Waddy and I did previously that was my favorite thing that we shot. You remember when we shot the episode of Funny Side Up that I directed?
Yes.
So we were shooting a scene and I tried to hide myself where I thought I wouldn't be seen. And we blocked the scene and we talked it out for 20 minutes. And 2 seconds into the scene, our actor walks around the corner and somebody's standing in the kitchen. And in my head, I'm like, who the fuck is this? It was me holding the monitor in the middle of the shot that we just blocked out. And Waddy laughed at it. I was a laughing stock of the whole thing for the rest of the day. It was great, but it was kind of a bonding moment for me and Waddy, and it's kind of why I've stuck with him. That was 2016.
Oh, that was a long time.
So that was my favorite thing. My favorite thing about Bundy is getting all the texts about all the damage that we caused. Like, hey, we broke Allison's car.
Yeah,
we broke
fucked
the
up
garage.
Oh
We
my
need to file some insurance claims.
Yeah.
But I mean,
And that's why we had him.
Experience.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was
that's
great.
why we had him. So.
Yeah, and I actually saw the movie for the first time tonight, and I think everybody did a great job.
Oh.
It was, kudos to everybody.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Sadiq, did you have one, or Allison?
But one of my favorite things to film was when we went to go film the kitchen scene with Walter and all them at the dining room table. We had to lift a 2-ton crane. Oh, what was it called?
Fisher dolly.
Yeah, dolly. Yeah, 2-ton dolly.
The thing that,
Into the house, and then like the floorboards sound like they were just gonna give away at any second.
You
and it
can
was
hear them
amazing.
walking around that house, and it's just creak, creak, creak.
Yeah, that was a great time. And then the Bundy Manor itself was a great time, just decorating that and just getting that all ready to film, and it looks gorgeous on on the screen. So yeah.
Allison, anything?
Gosh. I love the one shot. That was just such a fun night. And do you guys remember when there was the concert across the street?
Oh yeah, that was fun. Yeah, there was a concert across the street, like in someone's like backyard, like a full-on, or like people singing music right during when we were filming. And but you were super awesome, and she kept bringing them food from like our dinner and stuff. So, oh yes, and yeah, the guy with the cats. Yeah, that was fun. So, yeah, fun stuff.
I think it should be said the crickets. That's not sound effects. Those were the.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, those crickets.
They were
are
that
really
goddamn loud.
Yeah. And then I would say my favorite is the ending. It's the hardest that we all worked on. It was probably the most intense on all of us physically, but I'm very damn proud of that ending. So the one, yeah, where my
Amazing job. Like, you really got into character, getting actually sick.
oh yes, I don't. Some
yeah.
may not may notice this, but I also get tortured. There's that brief moment where I throw up, and it gets thrown and put it back in my throat, and so they used baby food and.
Cream of mushroom soup.
Cream of mushroom soup, and it sent me to the ER the next day because I swallowed a whole thing of it and was dying. So, but I was fine. Yeah, so I didn't get to direct the next scene. Thankfully, Allison and Sadiq and Roman and all the other people. Yeah, they were all awesome. And so that scene in the car or in the van that they're driving out and Mayana gets kidnapped, that was done without me. Thankfully that was done with a very talented crew to do that. So, yeah. We probably have only time for like one or two more, I think, but.
Yeah, this is a question for like both you, but also like the crew. I'm always curious about this with like horror movies. How do you keep things like scary on set, right? Because obviously so much goes into post, but like in terms of kind of keeping that tone.
That's fun. What's that?
You can't keep me.
Yeah, Kaylee was our FX person. She helped out a ton with that. I think with me, like directing, I always just gave pause because I really like a fun set. I don't care what we're shooting. Like I really just want to have a good time, and we're already working our asses off. So, but during those intense moments, like taking breaths, making sure people are separate, giving their own time, and just like getting out of their head. Because we're laughing hysterically one moment and then dunking somebody in toilets. So that would be for me. Anyone have something to say with that about keeping it horror, keeping it scary?
I mean, I feel like it wasn't really scary. Like we were kind of having fun. Like I remember when they filmed like the torturing Eric scene, and like that was like handheld, like on a small camera, and like Walter was like literally filming it himself, And then, so the rest of us were just chilling. Like, we were like, oh, I don't have, like, there's no lines, so I don't have to do anything. Like, the DP and stuff, we were just chilling. So we were just like enjoying it and like watching Eric like get tortured, and we were like, this is wild. And we were kind of like creeped out by it. But it was kind of fun. Yeah, we were just chilling, and we were like, that looks intense. We're just hanging out.
Any last ones? A couple more? Yeah.
I just have, well, one's a statement, and that is justice for Eric. Two, everybody gaslit Eric the entire movie. And then, when you're pouring the blood in people's mouths, what was that? Oh, God. Like,
it was really good, actually. I would actually walk by and sneak tastes of it. It was honestly so good. I'll have to ask Kayleen, our FX person, what she put in it, but it was like candy. Like it was just like
lots of chocolate syrup.
Yeah, it's like
candy,
Hershey syrup.
Yeah, Hershey syrup.
Strawberry.
I think there was some raspberry or
corn
strawberry.
syrup of some kind. But yeah, I would just walk by and pour some on my finger and eat it. It was great. Yeah, saying that now sounds creepy, and maybe I am a serial killer. But, yeah. Anything else? Any other questions?
And I was curious, if you had a bigger budget, is there anything that you would have shown more? Would you have kept it more kind of undercover so that way you can get a bigger audience?
Yeah, that's a good question. Terrence probably. So Terrence is our budget king.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean, he read the first draft of the script, and the first thing he said to me was,
"It's too fucking expensive."
Yeah. So I guess I would say with that, I do wish there was maybe one or two more torture scenes just to fill a little bit more.
I'm just curious, like, what would you have like really gone for?
How would I have tortured people? Well, we did have one where someone was in a head cage.
Right.
And then there was a time where...
You had a full coffin, too.
Yeah, there was a time where we were going to do a full coffin, and someone gets put in it and locked into it, and then it gets opened, and then as they're getting out, someone comes through the coffin and grabs them and pulls them through the coffin. Which again, if we had, $4 million, maybe. But I don't know, was there anything that stuck out to you that maybe if we had more money we could have added?
My biggest notes to you going early on were cutting locations. There were a few extra locations that you wanted.
And cars.
And cars.
Had a lot of scenes in cars.
Yeah. But you were really descriptive in how you described the interior of Bundy. And it looks good on camera, but the way you described it was like a Marilyn Manson video.
Yeah.
And I think the way, with the budget constraints, the way you worked around it worked out really well. So I would think more, just filling the background more, filling the scene more would probably be the best way to spend more money.
Yeah, that was an interesting thing as we were editing it, was like realizing that it was still decently like terrifying looking without putting, because I'm thinking just like, man, we just don't have the budget to do what I originally thought, right? But then when it's found footage like that, I don't think people are expecting a whole lot of it. You know what I mean? Like, I think, so I think I wish I would have realized that earlier. And now that I know now, because I'm writing a found footage horror comedy next, and that's going to get plug. I think there's moments in this, and I can say, we're all like creatives in here, so like I think I can really say this is like, there are parts in this where like you can tell it's for $60K because we don't have a ton of time, like we can only use like one shot or stuff. But there are certain points in this movie, and I think you said this the first round of notes you gave, and you're going to deny it, so I'm going to hurry and say it. No, I'm just kidding. But there's just some moments in here that just that shouldn't be as good as they are, and I think it's because of the amazing, passion that the cast and crew had. And
I don't think I said that early on. I said that like a month ago when I saw the cut.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I gave you my first round of actual notes for the movie.
Yeah, that's what you said, and I agree with that. And I think it just came down to just everyone being together, everyone honed in, just insane talent and like hard work with people, and yeah. Stop it. All right. Anything else? Last things? Thank you, everybody. Bundy Manor.
Best director, Wadi.
No, you're best actor.
Best director.
Sadiq. Let's kiss. I'm just kidding.
OnlyFans coming soon.
Hey.
Walter, you saw the film. What'd you think of yourself seeing the film on theaters?
I thought it was alright. I mean, there's definitely some points where I was like, oh, I wish we'd, it's like little things. Everyone's critical of themselves, so there's so many times where I was like, I wish I had done something a little different. The day we shot the Mayana and I scenes at the table inside, we filmed that really bizarre, and it messed with my head. And I had those scenes were really tough. But overall, I think they turned out alright. So
awesome.
Yeah.
All right, so you saw the film finally on the screen. How do you feel about your hard work paying off?
It was so beautiful. We have the most talented crew in the world. We have the best pizza guy, the cheesiest pizza, the cheesiest cheesy sticks. Was it cheesy sticks? Can we get scripty? Scripty? Was it cheesy sticks?
I think so.
Yeah, cheesy sticks. The cheesiest cheesy sticks. We just had the most fun time. Remember that time when you twisted your ankle?
Yeah, so I twisted my ankle.
You twisted your ankle outside. We were all inside the Penrod house, and you screamed from outside. When are we getting the fuck out of here or something?
Motherfucker. And you guys came out, and then that's when I was like, when the fuck are we getting out of this Airbnb?
Yeah.
This is why I came to LA to fucking do this kind of stuff. They're just fucking gorgeous and wild easy. Everyone did a great job, everyone who was a part of this project. And I just want to say I'm grateful to Wadi to bring me aboard. He's helped me a lot. He's helped me learn how to edit and stuff like that. But and it's just fucking gorgeous to be able to see your fucking final product onto the theaters. Check out Bundy Manor soon. I'm sure we're gonna be releasing it to the public, fully to the public soon. I'll give more information for Wadi, and follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and stuff. Hope to keep doing this stuff. This is so much fun. Thank you, everyone. We'll see you guys on the next whatever I do here on YouTube. Bye.